In this section, we're talking about principles of ecology. We've got energy flow and productivity in ecosystems, biogeochemical cycles, population and community growth and structure and regulation, habitats and niches, island biogeography, and evolutionary ecology. We'll talk about energy flow and trophic levels, trophic categories, ecological roles in the transfer of energy in the section on energy flow and productivity in ecosystems. And then we'll get into biogeochemical cycles. We'll talk about what those terms mean. And then 4 biogeochemical cycles: water, carbon, nitrogen, and phosphorus. And then we'll talk about population growth and regulation. We'll have an introduction. We'll do limiting biotic and abiotic factors, density and demography and growth. And then we'll talk about community structure, growth, and regulation, including competition, symbiosis, and succession. And then we'll talk briefly about habitat. What does that mean, and some examples. And we'll also talk briefly about a niche. What does that mean, and some examples of a niche. We'll get into island biogeography with an introduction, and then we'll talk about dispersal and species diversity, immigration and extinction, area and distance effects, and then age effects. And finally, we'll wrap up the section with talking about evolutionary ecology with introduction and an example. Then we'll talk about evolutionary interactions, one-way interactions, and reciprocal interactions.